So what is World of Horror? I had not heard of this game until it was mentioned just now.
And now we go. Here we go. So yeah, World of Horror. It's a still technically in early access. Um but here we go. So look at this. Look at this shit. You can pick different color palettes. So right now I've got this delightful CGA 4 colors. But as you can see, I can switch between a whole host of delightful
Some of these are hard to look at.
monochromatic. Yes, a delightful monochromatic color palettes.
Like black and white is fine, but yeah, the blue, the Commodore 64 layouts, all right.
Yeah, give me this just delightful 4 color. But yeah, let's just do black and white.
Now that I think about it, I should have suggested like Iron Lung.
Yeah. All right, so it seems like you unlock more stuff as you keep playing. And then you can choose a seed, I guess. Something strange is happening in our town. Robed figures can be seen gathering in the woods at night. People are going missing. Disgusting creatures are terrorizing the seaside. The rapid technological process of the modern era brings comfort, but also unknown threats. Armed with clues, spells, and your dwindling sandally, you'll investigate mysteries across the city. The end of the world is at hand, and you finally arrived in the doomed town. Alright, we get to pick a character and a background. I think we only have one background right now, which is just World of Horror. But I can be the transfer student.
No.
Swimming team captain. Yakuza driver. He starts with cigarettes. Or photographer. So what do you think?
Uh, Cameras seem like pretty good things to have in Japanese horror.
Yeah.
Or if you're playing Fatal Frame, at
Yeah.
least.
That's, yes, as we all know. Hold
Fatal
on.
Frame, the epitome of Japanese horror.
I mean, Fatal Frame's not bad. I know. I guess I could just go full screen with this because of the...
Is it all
Alright.
played through this CRT?
Yeah. I
Uh,
think you can do full screen, but... Alright, there are other modes that are unlocked later. Gotta stop the cultists. Somewhere a group of old people gathers. Alright. Takurasu! You can't run from combat. Ithotu, the devouring fire. Yolazith, the Towering Eye. Oh no. Casting spells costing reason increases doom instead. Goizo, the thing forsaken by God.
What are you choosing here?
I'm choosing the Elder God.
Oh.
Goizo. Let's go with Goizo. Resting at home raises doom.
What is doom, like an insanity meter?
Yeah. Alright, so this gives me +1 knowledge. I think doom is like, if I had to guess, it ticks down to the... Alright. Oh, look at this. The visual overload. It's Pavel, the creator of the game. This is the main game screen. World of Horror has RPG elements. Strength, dex, perception, funds, charisma, knowledge.
Wait, so your money is a stat?
Yeah. Would you like to turn the combat tutorial on? Sure. Spell status, allies and perks, town status, you old god, options. Nope, not that. All right. Let's see what's in the lighthouse. Oh, I need 5 keys to open the lighthouse. Check your mailbox. It's empty. You are not currently investigating weird mystery. Recent newspaper clippings and any notes collected in the next room should point you in the right direction. Okay, so I can watch TV, I can take a bath, I can change clothes, take a peek, go back to the town screen, start a new mystery. I don't see anything weird. Let's start a new mystery. You can tackle these 5 mysteries in any order you want. Alright, so... Horrible history of household hell. Curious case of a contagious coma. Macabre memoir of morbid mermaids. Spine-chilling story of school scissors. Tranquilizing tale of Twilight TV terror. If you're ever up late these days, unable to sleep and flipping through TV, you might be unfortunate enough to find the 444 channel. You see, Justin, 4 looks like the character Sheen, which means death.
So I have heard. How do you find the 444 channel? Like, would it just be channel 44 or channel 4? Or...
Alright. You missed the damn channel again. Travel to apartments. Investigate apartments.
Is this how you get to the shadow realm?
While looking around the ransacked room of your recently deceased friend, you discover a half-painted, finished painting of a woman, her skin a ghastly pale yellow color. The scene is disturbing. You struggle to look at it. But my charisma check succeeded. Unintimidated by the painting, it gives you new insight into the madness that possessed your friend, plus 5 experience. The local broadcast station seems like a logical place to start your investigation. You decide to head there early in the morning. You can shop for items. You can go to the police station and use experience to get money. And then you can shop for items. Schoolyard. Okay. I see. Go down, you can get hardware. Hey, I'm really busy. Let's hang out another time, okay? It's marked with your name. When you enter a metro car, you notice an oddly shaped package in the seat opposite you. It's marked with your name. You reach for the package but hesitate, an icy feeling settling into the pit of your stomach. I'm gonna examine the package. As soon as you pick up the package, you realize what you were holding, drop it in horror. Plus 8 experience. Tired station director sweats and keeps glancing to the side when asked about this weird channel. He preemptorily denies its existence before pushing you out of his office. Just before the door closes, you spot another person standing behind the director. Was he in his office the whole time you were there? How much experience do I have? I can trade 15 experience for 1 fund? That doesn't seem...
That's a weird way to do that.
Yeah. Let's investigate. It's almost a year since a childhood friend moved away to another city. He left suddenly without saying goodbye. In a recent letter, he apologized for the disappearance and asked you to remove the furniture from his flat because he wishes to sell it. In his envelope, you find the key to his apartment. I'm gonna help my friend. While moving the wardrobe through the doorway, you take a wrong step and strain your ankle. It's nothing serious, but you'll have a problem resolved for a few days. -2. Passing a TV display, it randomly switches channels. You freeze, seeing the pale presenter's face glaring at you. He points at the dark shapes hanging just behind the stage. Are those body bags? Let's buy something from this dog. Buy a steak knife.
The dog is the merchant?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's buy a steak knife. We need a knife. It's got weird red stains. It's fine.
He stole that knife before.
Getting dark as you arrive in the cemetery, and shadows move in fantastic and unaccountable ways between the tombstones. Finding the right grave might prove to be a challenge, especially when you feel someone's gaze on your back. You whirl around to see who's behind you. Luckily, the other person is a kind old lady who points you to the tombstone you're looking for. Under the stone, you find a note someone left for you. Staying up all night is almost impossible, and you struggle to keep your eyes open. When the channel comes up, you manage to switch on the DVR just before falling asleep. Finally, you've got real proof of the channel existence. Spooky! When you wake up the next morning, the footage is a scrambled mess, but you can swear there are faces hiding behind the static. Feeling desperate, you start combing through the message board, hoping to find some clues. Alright. Let's investigate. Before you collapse, you learn some interesting information about the production of the cursed show. Something changed. I think you finally found a clue, a forum post about a newly built warehouse in a nearby village. Could that be the place where they broadcast the TV show from? Take the last bus and find the studio yourself. Oh, this rice field. As you walk through the village, crops waver in the breeze, following your every movement. You spend the rest of the evening in the village's restaurant. When it closes and the sun goes down, you creep into the huge village warehouse. Yeah, sure. You walk through the dimly lit studio, creeping past the props and various equipment, getting closer to the lights in the very center, closer to the hissing noises and canned laughter. You stand just out of sight, holding your breath. Cast on the desolate stage, drawing pentagrams on each other. You think one of them catches your eye and you gasp. What happens next is bizarre. The entire cast spots you, but instead of attacking, they run directly into the camera, disappearing into its lens like a portal. You rummage around the set for a while, trying to figure out how they escaped into the camera and any clues to the show's meaning. Ultimately, you find nothing, however. When you get home, you're uneasy about turning on the TV. You solve the mystery?
What?
I guess.
I'm a little bit confused.
Alright, that's one. What's the effect? Oh no. Cut off from the outside world. Find a small key. What's it doing there? Take the key. Someone is standing in the shadow, watching your door.
that like outfits you can take?
Yeah. Alright, let's learn the horrible history of household hell. There are many mansions around town. 000 Manor is one of them. Supposedly haunted by the family of 4 who disappeared without a trace one summer. But is it the only tragic event that took place there? When are we playing Resident Evil Gaiden? I already played Resident Evil Gaiden. Need to find the mansion first. A trip to the library might shed some light on it.
This is Resident Evil Gaiden. Is that okay? I know what it is, but I remember, like, I don't think I've ever heard anything say it.
Gaiden?
Yeah.
Or donated. All right. Let's see. Do I have enough stuff to cast a spell? Let's see. I have knowledge. Let's learn a spell. Let's learn an old tome. I learned a spell called Abolish. Lowers Eldritch enemy damage by 1. Yeah, that seems pretty good. What if I got a friend?
I'm your friend.
Oh no, you're here.
I mean,
You
can
didn't realize that when you joined.
No.
It's just like,
Gonna have to turn the game down.
I went around the wrong pipe. I was trying to be dramatic with my loud mouth sounds, and then the food went down the wrong chute.
Yeah, who could have foreseen this?
Ah.
All right, let's get some. We got some friends. What's the latest gossip? Yesterday, she told me you saw it again. Yeah, well, guess what? Yeah, I'm gonna share a scary story. I don't know what that does. Anyway, let's investigate the school. Surely it will be fine.
Ah. Ah.
How are you? Yeah.
how are you doing this evening?
All right.
I think I can get this Final Fantasy VI right up
That's good.
Thursday. And then just move on to different projects finally. I'm aiming to use my November break to start 13 Lightning Returns.
Oh, we got lost. You spend hours trying to find a way out. Finally, completely exhausted, you end up on the main street of the passage. The blighted neighborhood slowly closes behind you.
Maybe I can start like.
Alright, I need a strong rope to enter the mansion through the high window.
Turns out, a shocking number of people were excited to talk about the Elder Scrolls Redguard.
Yeah?
My favorite comment has to be the most latest one that says, "Am I going to read this blog? No. Is Crumb going to read it aloud to me while I work? Hell yes." So Google Auto Read is kind of a blessing because sometimes I just want the news and then, Google just reads it aloud and it's like, okay, I can process this, but then, I might as well just listen to NPR.
Uh-huh.
But the idea that someone is using Google Auto Read for blogs about video games,
Yeah.
that's such a cool, weird thing. I like that idea. Anyways, how is this game? Is it shaping
okay.
up well?
I guess the last update for this game was
It was like a few months ago,
it
wasn't it?
it was end of the year
Oh, okay.
last year.
Well, I mean, I want to hold out hope that this game will eventually get done.
Yeah, it sounds like
They went through a lot.
yeah, it sounds like the developer of this game had some struggles.
Yeah, and that's shitty.
I'm gonna attack this obsessed man with a stick.
Though I will say that there is an element of how is it that we're still dealing with developers not understanding that consumers don't understand what the words early access actually mean?
Oh yeah.
Like, you should have fucking known that. These people need to know that. I'm sorry. Like, it is not new that the average person on Steam or GOG or Humble Bundle, even Epic, just does not understand what the early release of a video game really does mean.
Are you telling me that people are fucking stupid? Anyway, my own cynicism aside.
All right. The only clue is a code.
I don't even think it's that. I think it's just
hertz.
that people, when they buy a video game, they view that as a bill of goods. They don't. I mean, Kickstarter deals with this still to this day. People back a Kickstarter and feel like there is a promise that the project will come out.
Like, when you go to an early access game page on Steam, it has a big box that says, hey, this game isn't done.
But even then, like, the return rate and the refund rate for Steam does not apply to those products, because when you read that, I think that some have the patience of staying invested with the game, maybe like a couple months. It's like, how America dealt with the pandemic. We thought that, COVID would go away in 2 months, and then by the third month, we all fucking gave up.
Oh, I leveled up.
Most people gave up.
I can pick a perk.
Like, there's the patience for the game development process is pretty fucking low by the average consumer.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. I just wish people would read stuff.
I don't even think it's that people don't read stuff necessarily. I think that's an element. I think that there's just zero appreciation for time. There's zero appreciation of the actual process of making video games. Therefore, there's always going to be a disconnect in terms of when people get to play a beta and what that actually means in which stage of the development process that developer is in. I mean, look at how people reacted to the fucking GTA shit. People saw pre-beta footage of a game and was like, it looks awful, and it's like, dog, like, that's just not even. That's how games are made.
Oh,
like, all developers that came to Rockstar's like defense saying, yeah, that our games look like that too when they're at that stage. I find that the Naughty Dog people are mostly dicks, but they were like, this is what fucking Uncharted looked like when we reached this exact stage of development.
Look at this thing. It's
Yeah,
a headless
people look at
mannequin.
the thing and don't and have a hard time grasping it, but like, I,
And it's weird.
very-
It's
very
inconsistent
irritating.
because the community behind Baldur's Gate 3 is still pretty okay with the state of Baldur's Gate 3.
I will say,
I
I
also
definitely
think that
saw some Steam reviews that are like, wow, I can't believe they haven't finished the game yet. And it's like,
I also feel like that community is much more likely to be in tune with the idea of a game releasing early access. For one, it consists of a lot of Larian fans who dealt with Divinity Original Sin 1 and Original Sin 2 being early access already, so they just get it. I don't know, what other CRPGs have been in early access before? Or have taken a long time to develop? Usually those developers tend to be, at least seem to be a little bit more in tune with their audience, or talk to them more often, than like Rockstar or whatever else.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I think we would all agree that a developer shouldn't feel obligated to do that. Like, especially if they're an indie developer and you're just like a one-person team, like this person was. It's like, they've got a fucking life. And they were dealing with mental issues. Mental health issues, I should say. Like, you can't put every single waking hour of your day into making video games.
what? I defeated the
But
headless man
but I
again.
play video games with every waking hour. Why can't they? I'm just kidding.
Oh, she's carved out her own eyes. It can't see me,
Oh,
right?
no. That's not any good.
You shudder, seeing a faint vision of Goizo, reflected in the beauty parlor's mirrors. Ah. This must be the place where the key is. Fight the feeling. I don't have the strength. Oh god, the bright light. Where am I? I get pulled.
How much of that? Sorry, you just read that. How much of that do you think is trolling, though?
I mean, some of it is just people are shitty. Uh-oh. I'm in the boreal expanse. You find yourself in the middle of a snowy wasteland. A sudden gust flings you to your knees. You inhale deeply, feeling your chest tighten and ache. Your fingers and ears are already numb and freezing. You have to move. Move toward the pyramid or check the icy coast. Move towards the pyramid. The frozen guard, corpses standing on eternal guard duty, find you worthy. The usurper king kindly decides to share his forbidden knowledge with you. Plus 30 experience, minus 3 reason. It's fine. Look at this guy. He's fine. He's got frostbite. You aren't sure what to expect. The study door opened. Dark, dusty room. A faint draft, perhaps. You move the rotted carpet aside to reveal a secret passageway cut directly into the cliff rock. Following a strange song, you discover a hidden passage that leads to an underground chamber connected to the sea. You can't find the source of sounds, but then it hits you. The acoustics of this place make the waves sound like the most beautiful serenade. Mesmerized, you step closer to the stone altar at the end of the room. Let's explore some more. If only I had a source of light. Oh no. I did it. I solved the mystery. Unholy chants coming from the caves connected with the mansion must have driven the family insane. No connection to the outside world. They fed on what they had themselves. However, this doesn't explain the fresh corpses and wet tracks around the altar. I got a thorough investigation. I got some extra experience. Let's see what happens. The old god stirs. Brrr. The imposing shadow casted by the old lighthouse is getting longer each day. Lighthouse gets one additional floor. Cool.
Anyways, I think Braden talking about how good he feels being done with that Ill Bleed blog is just kind of where I'm at with this fucking Final Fantasy 6 thing. I just need it out so that I can like creatively move on to a different series. I want to write about Lightning Returns, I really do. And then also like I kind of like doing all of these one-off blogs. I'm glad I started doing this. It's just, I still put in maybe too much thought into these than I should, which is just pick a game and write about it. Like I said, I still really like the idea of writing about that fucking apotheosis of Fallout New Vegas. I need to write that.
Yes.
It'll probably be something that I figure out during like January, but also I really want to write that. Because I reread Jeff's review for Fallout New Vegas. And I think that was it's a pretty great encapsulation of where people actually were with New Vegas. Like, people respected the world of New Vegas, but boy, people fucking hated playing that game. And they thought it was ugly and was busted.
When I played through it during the pandemic, 2020, I felt the same way pretty much. I didn't experience anywhere near as many bugs as someone at launch would have, but I still did not. That game, I did not like actually playing that game. I do kind of want to give it another shot.
That's the thing. Like, I think people, and again, this is why I call it the apotheosis of New Vegas. Like, people forget that like Fallout New Vegas doesn't change Bethesda's mechanics for Fallout. It's the same game. It's Fallout 3, but the fact that it's trying to do more, it somehow adds more technical problems and more mechanical issues and balance issues as a result. I think people just like the way that Obsidian writes games, which is actually, when you stop and think about it, antithetical to what Fallout was. Base Fallout, like OG Fallout, is much more in line with Fallout 3 than New Vegas. Like, this scripted story and world in conflict. Like, Fallout being a sandbox, like, Fallout 1 has more in common with Fallout 3 than New Vegas.
On the combat side of things, I also think that Fallout 3 is generally just a lot easier.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And New Vegas lacks level scaling, which means you can very easily stumble into things that'll just wreck you. And also, New Vegas expects you to participate in its mechanics more, rather than just pick a thing you like and do it and only it for
Which,
100
again,
hours.
is another similarity Fallout 3 has to Fallout 1. And I guess Fallout New Vegas has more in common with Fallout 2, which is it's harder. God, there was a time in my life when I actually considered Fallout 2 a disappointment. There was a time. I think I've come around to Fallout 2. But I just remember playing Fallout 2 and it's like, why is this game way harder than the first one? This fucking sewer rat shit sucks. And like getting stuck in that one level and not being able to like warm up to the game as a result. Is that on the list, Braden? Is Fallout 2 on the list of like top 10 worst starts to a CRPG?
I think the opening hours of Fallout 2 are real bad.
Like that opening town and then all of that sewer shit just sucks.
And you don't get any good guns. Yeah.
No. I think it's up there. If it's not in the top 10, it's definitely an honorable mention. It's no Paragus. No Paragus. And I've gone back and forth on Fort Joy.
Fort Joy is great.
I don't understand how that would be in the list of worst CRPG openings.
It's too open world for your first level. It's too big.
I got a shovel.
The first, like, I would disagree with that because it drops
And
you
there's
into like a
all
small
of that.
corner.
There's all that weird, obtuse shit that you can miss if you're not playing the game for your third or fourth time. Like I said, one of the most important things about Fort Joy: follow that fucking cat.
You don't need it.
Yeah, you don't. The cat doesn't give you
But
all
anyways,
that much.
what, Brayden? It's Irenicus's dungeon. It's Paragus.
Again, I have to disagree with Renicus's dungeon.
Oh, fuck that. The two
Like
a
gameplay
two-level
wise,
dungeon that actually is capable of kicking your ass.
it's not hard.
No, it's Irenicus's dungeon is just too long for the start of the game.
I would agree, but also that dungeon is very good at establishing the guy you're
Yeah,
gonna
I
be up
really
against the whole
when I
game.
think about my favorite characters of Baldur's Gate 2, I mean, Imoen is fine, Minsk is okay, but Jaera, fuck.
Jahira's
No problem
fine.
with Jahir. Jahir's fine.
Fighter Druid, oh, such a cool combination.
She's
She's a
fine.
pretty good character. Like
She's
combat-wise,
better than
she's great.
CERNed.
I mean, that's setting a low bar.
Anyways, Paragus.
Yeah, it's bad.
Is the rest of Paragus any good? I
No.
No.
don't know what this game is. How do you spell this? P-E-R?
Yeah.
You know what? I might throw in Vanilla Neverwinter Nights too.
Oh, you're talking about KOTOR 2.
I might throw in Vanilla Ass Neverwinter Nights. Because you have what? You have the harbor. You have West Harbor as a tutorial. Then you have the first part of West Harbor,
Yeah,
followed
and
by
then
the
you,
swamp,
you
and
have
then
the swamp.
another batch with the harbor again.
So just
And
Obsidian.
then you have the
mid-2000s.
Weeping Willow Inn, I think, followed by a swamp cave. So you've got, I think, 4 or 5 levels that are swamp cave themed before you finally get to Fort Locke. And you deal with the bandits in the bandit cave. It's not good.
Look at these
Brayden,
nurses.
Is Darklands a bad start, or is Darklands just a
Darklands
an
is just a
obtuse
game of that era.
hellscape? Is Darklands just a misery machine, or does Darklands actually have a bad start?
Oh no, Student F died.
Darklands just wants to beat you up and chew and spit you out.
All right, let's see. Let's run away. And I'm gonna have to rest. So I don't die horribly. But now it's time to investigate the house.
Oh.
You discover the corpse of a policeman lying on a pool boat. It looks like someone or something tore out his throat. What if I stole his gun?
Then you would have a policeman's gun in your pocket.
He won't be needing it. You still feel bad about stealing from a corpse. That's what you say. This is a motherfucking gun.
How many bullets do you have with it?
Don't care.
Do you know how to use it?
This man dabbled in magic. He found a journal describing a certain village and instructions for a summoning ritual.
Now, if I have to be forced to say something nice about a game that I know Brayden likes, I think that Pillars of Eternity has maybe one of the best starting dungeons in CRPG history.
It's like 15 minutes long.
Yeah, a good prologue is a short prologue.
But then you've got the entire next 15 hours of Pillars of Eternity.
Yeah, which is
Fine.
just okay.
Yeah, that game. I don't know. I feel like it's
Once you get to Defiance Bay, that game speeds up.
Yeah. Do you mean to say your game is slow? Well, the game you keep saying is one of the best is slow.
Yeah. It's a little, it takes a bit.
You know what
Takes a
that
bit.
game needs? It needs fucking sphere grids.
Fuck
I
off.
didn't know I
Anyway,
didn't know you didn't like Pillars of Eternity.
No,
I have
it's
I have
Tyranny
Yoichi
that I
with
don't
me.
like.
He's a salary man.
I just think Tyranny's boring.
You're boring.
That game is fine.
Let's investigate the quarantine wing.
How do you feel about Underrail?
Use the dust of seeing.
We are not playing Underrail. I doth protest.
Why not?
Is it that complex or like?
No,
No,
it's
it's not.
It's hard.
Oh,
It's
Eh.
yeah, it's like okay, fine. Here's what I would say. You want to play Underrail? I am totally picking Terror from the Deep.
Fine. Okay, you weirdo.
We're gonna play.
If you're going to vindictively
super hard,
pick games for the
malicious video
podcast,
games,
you
let's
sicko.
go ahead and go the full Monty. Let's do it. Balls deep on off the deep end.
I only have one bullet. It's fine.
You know, if I have to say, Arcanum is also not a great start.
nothing about playing Arcanum is good. Playing specifically, world building seems great, but
Give me a minute. I'll be back.
Oh god. Ringing ears. Just because I shot this thing.
I've been playing Vermintide 2 with Bardem.
Yeah.
Barden. I feel like I might be a lot better with that character.
Yeah?
I've mostly been sticking with Carillion to try to get her all the way leveled up, and now that I've gotten there, I've been playing as him, mostly on the easiest difficulty, just to try to grind his level up. I like playing him quite a bit.
The creature's severed body falls on the floor and starts melting slowly. The remaining part slithers back into the now closing hole in the ceiling. You've managed to catch a glimpse of the other side. The other side makes you fall on your knees. It wasn't the body that you've managed to cut off. It was just a finger. Shaken, you sneak out of the hospital. One thing is certain, though. It's the end of this weird illness. And now the hospital's safe again.
Because you closed an interdimensional portal to
Yeah.
an incredibly
cool.
oversized god.
A weird epidemic keeps the hospital busy. Skipping the line will cost you more. Well, that's bad. That's one more padlock.
So is the goal to get inside the lighthouse?
Yes, that's where the Elder God is going to be resurrected. Hey, let's see through the peephole, see what's happening. Okay, yeah, someone's just watching the door, you know.
Are you telling me that someone lives into the lighthouse?
Yeah. As opposed to
Is
no
that,
one.
Is that
yeah.
where?
Yes.
Is that where you're gonna have gay sex with William Dafoe?
No.
You're gonna have homoerotic You're gonna have homoerotic feelings for
Tension.
William Dafoe.
No.
Isn't it Willem?
I'm making a lighthouse. The
I know,
movie.
I understood.
I know.
I understood your
I've
joke.
seen the movie.
I'm just refusing to acknowledge you.
Is the lighthouse proof that Robert Pattinson's actually a good actor?
I mean,
I
there
feel like
there are
that's been
plenty of
proved
other
several
things
times.
to prove that.
He just made his fucking money and ran with it.
Yeah, he made. Listen, he
Yes.
made his.
He pulled a Daniel Radcliffe.
I really liked him in Tenet, even though I thought the movie was just meh.
Let's see. Reporter's bag, additional inventory slot, +1 charisma, natural ability to guide others. Throwing items during combat is more effective. Let's do leadership.
Meow, meow.
There's a baseball bat. Can you not
Yeah,
pick
I
that
have
up?
the baseball bat.
Oh.
Oh, Mischief Makers is today's feature article on Wikipedia.
Gonna use this shovel.
Like teeth in the locker?
Yeah, or blood. Oh,
Oh,
no.
I was trying to Google search for that George Zeitz interview.
Yeah.
That Rory did. Maybe one of the more criminally underrated things that Giant Bomb has done. But apparently Game Banshee of all things reported on it, and it was like one of the more recent news articles that they posted.
Yeah, that sounds like something. Oh no, what you thought is just a discarded pile of clothes suddenly moves as it stands up. A cloud of white powder is released in the air. It's cocaine!
Remember Game Banshee?
Yeah.
I still look up their guides from time to time.
Yeah. A certain era of CRPG benefits greatly from a Game Banshee guide. Alright, it's weak against blunt. You involuntarily attack yourself. What? Oh no!
Have you gone crazy?
Maybe.
Oh, your guy's bleeding.
Yeah. I've had worse. I can't break the forgotten spell. Oh, it's breaking my reason. I only have one reason left. I have to kill it now. I got a lump of flesh. Golly, let me use this lump of flesh. I've gained a new status. Holes.
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 Oh, you got holes in your... Jesus Christ.
Whoops.
You have holes in your
Let's
hand.
peek outside. Hey guys, what's going on? Ah, fuck. Oh no, it's a weird scissor marked by the scissor lady. Alright, well. Gotta dodge. And I gotta punch.
Gonna dodge and kick this lady with the Chelsea grin here.
You know, sometimes the scissor lady. Oh, I'm dead. Now I'm in. You will die at the beginning of your next encounter. If I don't get back up. That encounter was the final straw. Your mind has snapped and you've been locked up in an asylum. It'd be comforting to accept that you're saying that no old god is awakening to devour humanity. But the drugs haven't made the horrors disappear. I died. Oh no!
Is this a roguelike?
It's a spooky!
When are you gonna play with the EVGA filter?
Oh, the CGA filter?
Yeah.
Oh, we could do that. Actually, we could,
Mr. Monochrome.
I mean, I like it like this because it looks like it
'Cause you're
looks
a bait
like a Macintosh.
Basic bitch.
Well, that's fun. I mean, we could play something else.
Great arbitrary water.
Don't judge me.
I am. I got my eyeballs on you. How do you feel about my eyeballs on you? Do you like it? Shake it, baby.
No.
Yeah. I've been sleeping like absolute dog shit.
Poppy spore.
All right, let's see. Is there anything else we want to show off today? I already kind of streamed today with Gino's setup.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
What's something else you've been playing?
I've been playing Ys. Still, here and there.
Which one is it?
I don't wanna watch
Ys
you play
Origin.
I don't want to watch you play Ys,
Why not?
because I think it's boring.
I think you're boring. Could play King Arthur Knight's Tale. That's a strategy game.
What was that, like, first-person shooter-ish thing that like, took place in kind of fantasy world? That
Oh,
played
you mean
a while ago?
Arthurian Legends? The greatest
Yes.
game of all time? Okay, how about this? How about something
put a poll?
how about some biblical alternative to Myst?
Oh,
Game called
Wait.
Devil Spire.
Wait, what?
did you say Devil Spire?
Yeah.
That's an awesome name.
Yeah.
Is
And
it- is
speaking
it-
of run-based games, Devil Spire. Climb up. Difficulty normal. Speed 1.
I was respected how this game looked.
It's no Lunacid, but as far as weird
Weird first.
The weird thing that I remember about this game is that, despite the lo-fi appearance of this game, there's like a fluidity to the animations of the enemy's attacks.
I just figured I should try this out and then see if it's worth playing or if we should refund it. Blasphemer, Raider, Madman.
I think this game is like visually super inconsistent. I'd be interested to see how you feel.
I'm gonna be a blasphemer.
I feel like I've seen one of you play this before.
It may have been me. I think I may have streamed this when like Braden was like out.
That's quite possible.
Oh, you're going strength build, huh?
Alright, let's just see how this is. See if...
You're just gonna go straight balance. Okay.
So, yeah, this is... The weird thing about this game is that it's a roguelite heavily inspired by Kingsfield.
Meets Doom.
Yeah.
But unlike Kingsfield, looks like it controls the standard first-person shooter controls.
Yeah. I got a rusty dagger.
Yeah, you mentioned Lunacid. That's a game.
Lunacid is cool.
Good game. I've not played tons of it, but what I played was pretty cool.
This is the thing that bugged me. Notice how sometimes the game is consistent about its fog and depth of field, and then sometimes the depth of field breaks, and it just suddenly shows you everything. Yeah. I could not get the animations for the enemies. Because it's the linchpin to how to play the game is pulling context clues and noticing the swing animations for the game. I just feel like they're a little too fluid for the janky look of the game. But again, that may just be me.
Yeah, this was also $6, and I have 2 hours. Oh shit, go!
See?
Yep. Die, goat. Okay, gonna not take the mushrooms.
Uh-oh.
I panicked and started acting randomly.
You got blood on your character's face.
Yeah, that's fine. Got a pickaxe, nothing useful.
I definitely like the AoE effect of the spells. I think that's cool looking. But yeah, don't feel like you need to kill everything in every room.
Yeah, but these goats are giving me trouble.
I'm kind of shocked you haven't had any other weapon drop other than this rusty knife. Normally, it's a little on the generous side with that. But hey, roguelikes. What are you gonna do?
Die.
Practice, run off, and pick up a new one, I guess.
So, first reaction to this game.
Negative.
Tell me more.
I'm gonna go with Swordman. His name is... I think it doesn't go all the way with this aesthetic. I think it half-asses between high and low fidelity, and I think one of the things I like about Lunacid is...
The full commitment.
Yes, is the full commitment. And also, it's more than just...
Oh, wow. You got this spawn location. This is not an easy one.
Construct. Alright, how much gold do I have?
Woman.
I have a bronze dagger. I have fine cotton vest, light bronze, curious shield. Hello, pumpkin man.
If you spawn with the stores first, it's actually to your detriment just because it might be a ways until you actually get the second spawn rate.
Where's my money?
So I prefer to start with a dungeon and then get the town.
Okay, I have 100 gold.
Second or third place, or second or third level. Because then you can actually buy the shit. That seems good. Yeah.
Yeah. A spell
Having
that
that
doesn't
automaton.
require me to actually be good at spells. Lockpick.
Oh boy. Yeah, that's right. This game has a bob.
Yep, it's got some drink the mossy puzzle. It was disgusting. Eat plant, it tasted bland.
Notice how the people, the shopkeepers insult you if you don't buy from them.
Yeah,
Did you mean the head bob?
Yeah.
The head bob is awful.
Yeah. Is there an option to turn it off? Because a lot of games these days have a way to turn head bob off. Under graphics.
Head bobbing 0.
I'll set it to 1.
No, 1 is what it is normally.
Oh. Can you set it to 2?
No.
That's what I usually think. That's a little bit. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that if it were me, I'd have it like a little bit.
Nah, fuck that shit.
0 head bob just looks kind of weird a lot of times, unless it's like a very arcadey shooter or something like Half-Life 2.
Yeah, I think I might have a unfortunately like harder issue with this game's aesthetic than anything else.
You have a soft spot for Kingsfield.
Yes. Go get him.
It tasted funky. Oh, wow, that golem looks like dog shit.
And what if you play Lunacid like right next to this? How do you feel?
Yeah.
Or even something like Graven, which seems to have its own set of issues, but
I think,
looks
yeah,
better.
your dude killed everything.
I can't move because this door's
Why?
locked. So how do I bash open the door? Is there a secret?
Do you need a lockpick to open it?
I feel like, have you explored the rest of this area? I feel like there was a area you didn't go down. If you go down there and then there's a hallway, like, isn't there a hallway to your right?
Oh, there is. So there is. But yeah, immediate impressions. I wish this game looked shittier. In the right way.
Well, like, it all looks shitty. It just needs to be, like, the same consistent kind of shitty.
Because these sprites are too high res. gonna use these javelins.
So you wish this game looked shittier?
Yeah.
So what if we played Hyper Demon?
Yeah, that game is definitely, like, friendly to stream compression.
Also, I think you have to actually put a disclaimer of light sensitivity.
Yeah.
To stream that game.
Speaking of light sensitivity, I saw that Gao Gaigar, the legendary, super robot anime is finally getting licensed again. And I'm like, fuck yeah, Gao Gaigar. It was Gurren Lagann before Gurren Lagann.
And also, it was just visually stupid.
Oh yeah, that's the best part. Is the clips of Gao Gaigar I have seen are amazing.
Look it up. The King of Braves, Gao Gaigar.
Gao Gaigar! Gao Gaigar!
I'm just excited about the... It seems like the Japanese anime industry's learned from, you know, Western and Hollywood fields that, hey, what if we just rebooted our old shit rather than invest in new shit? Because, what? They're rebooting Spriggan?
Sure. Of course they are. Okay, I think I might refund this. Now that we're just playing arbitrary... Oh, shit. Not my rusty javelin.
People are speaking good things about the reboot for Uresi Yatsura. I don't know if I believe them.
Urusei Yatsura?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, you said Uresi Yatsura.
No, I said Yatsura.
Yeah, anyway, Urusei Yatsura.
I don't know if you guys have seen what the BBC dub for
Yes.
that show is.
Yes,
but god damn.
It's art?
Fuck.
Yeah.
Good shit.
Alright, Steam support. Devil
All of the
Spire.
demons have Cockney accents, and it's the best.
I would like to request a refund. Choose refund method. Refund to my Steam wallet. Choose refund reason.
Bad?
Fucking garbage.
It's not fun. Submit request. You know,
Sometimes they're not all bangers.
sometimes not everything's a banger.
You know what that game kind of reminds me of that I've been thinking I want to play and see. You know what? Actually, it's really been Jeff Bakalar's replaying of
Eternal
Darkness. I think I want to replay Arx Fectalis
Yeah, you do.
and see if that game is as good as my childhood nostalgia for that game is.
We should play that for the podcast.
Is this gonna crush my dreams? Because I remember being a kid of that age playing that game, and being like, it's like edgy and dark, and it's God, it's so much better than the Halos.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
The
probably
world
gonna
is
break your heart.
I have
All
a
right.
feeling that game doesn't age well.
Now we got to move on to something else. Got to keep going.
Okay, so this is where you play trash.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that.
This is where he actually plays the biblical alternative to Myst.
No, listen. If you ever play Naka, I vaguely know things about the Bible still, unfortunately. Although, if I had to guess, if it's like an actual like evangelical Christian game, it's gonna be
finish
like
El Shaddai. Did you finish
No.
it? And that's not an RPG. Oh fuck, Jesus, why? Raiden,
what?
are you sick?
Not to my knowledge, no.
I just saw what you changed.
What are you talking about? It's fine.
I see you've also finally changed the game thing.
Yeah, it's fine. Everything's fine.
Brayden, are you trying to say something about, what you're going through emotionally and psychologically right now?
What are you talking about? Listen, it's fine. I got this GunCon controller with me. Listen, it's a Capcom. It's a Capcom. How bad could it be? Another game that Matt and Liam from of Matt McMuscles and Super Best Friends fame played recently on stream, stealing my fucking thunder.
Resident Evil Survivor.
Oh. Yeah, this isn't a joke. This isn't a bit.
In 1998,
You're actually gonna do this,
a disaster struck the quiet
What else?
Midwestern residents of Raccoon
It's fine. This
City.
game's apparently like 90 minutes
An
long.
uncontrollable outbreak of the Umbrella-created T-virus.
Although Mume is playing
transformed
Resident Evil
the city
7 right
into an
now.
inescapable death trap. To stop the outbreak from spreading, Umbrella Incorporated was forced
Okay.
to wipe
Okay.
out the entire city. However,
Remember when Resident
this
Evil
was
took
not
place in the
only
90s?
location
Yeah.
where an outbreak occurred.
This is Resident Evil Survivor.
Are either of you planning on getting the DLC for 8?
I hear it's not great.
I hear the mercenaries mode seems like the actual reason
Yeah.
to get that.
Yeah, it sounds like the new Mercenaries mode is what you wanted.
I figured they would make, like, the way Resident Evil 8 ends,
Where?
I figured they
Where
would
am I?
make a game
Oh.
involving that girl at some point. I didn't think that they'd make it a DLC for 8.
I don't remember.
How's this
anything.
control?
I don't
Who am
remember anything, Zombie Pie. How do y'all feel about recycled assets? So here's a fun thing about Resident Evil Survivor. Is no one knows who the fuck made this game. It was made internal. It is only credited to Capcom.
You look familiar, but
And if I seem to recall, like, all of the big names associated to Resident Evil said,
But
yeah,
I
no,
just
I
can't
didn't work on
remember."
this.
Yeah, Shinji Mikami's like, fuck, I don't know, man.
Ark Thompson, huh? Though I can't remember anything, I know that this was no way for anyone to die. What?
What? How do y'all feel about reused assets?
Or that
That's-
zombie just disappeared. Oh, wait. Wow.
Yeah, how do you feel about...
So is this a light gun? I thought this was a light gun game.
This sure is, but I don't have the light gun because it didn't come out in the United States with the light gun because Columbine.
Wasn't this a few years after Columbine?
This was 2000, so this would have been the year after.
You just have unlimited bullets?
In the handgun, yes. Just like Dead Aim, which is technically part of this same series. I got restaurant manager's file. I heard Raccoon City was destroyed. T-Virus is on the island. I decided to work for Umbrella because of the money. We don't have to play this the entire way through. Because this game is quite bad, apparently.
Oh, you don't say. Huh?
Yeah. I'm saying that the Resident Evil spin-off that no one at Capcom wishes to own up to.
So when you're moving, not when you're doing the light gun stuff, but when you're moving, is it all done with one analog stick? Because it looks like...
Dual analog stick? What kind of game do you think this is?
This is not a PS2 game, I guess.
Oh shit, you're gonna get bit.
No, I'm good at video games. I dodged that zombie. I got manager's key. But yeah. The gun con. A light gun controller. That
People really like Time Crisis.
yeah, Time Crisis, it was a big deal.
I remember the arcade game version of Time Crisis was a big deal. They were in a lot of movie theaters.
It's true. There was a House of the Dead machine in my local movie theater. Also, if it isn't clear, the zombies in this game are straight up just ripped from Resident Evil 2 and 3. Like, they straight up just reused the asset. Also, just some really good texture warping in this, because it's in first person. That PlayStation flavor.
PS1 had any good first-person shooters? I guess Disruptor.
There was there was Alien Resurrection.
Oh yes, because it had mouse support. You just played like a PC game.
And also, that was a game with dual analog controls.
I've seen the City video on that where he points out that a GameSpot reviewer complained about the controls being completely unintuitive, and then he goes on to describe the controls, and it's literally the same way Halo controls.
Dual analog stick controls were not popular.
They were not standardized until Halo.
Yeah. PS1 first-person shooters. Probably 007 The World Is Not Enough was good.
The original Medal of Honor is important.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
There are people who still think that Power Slave is good.
Power Slave is good, motherfucker.
It's okay. It's an okay.
I played that Night Dive re-release this year. Power Slave is A-okay.
It's an okay Duke Nukem 3D clone.
It's no the Saturn PSX version of Power Slave is like a really fun, neat Metroidvania thing.
So, but say the nighttime version, isn't it sort of a combination of
the Saturn PSX version? Yes.
I seem to recall people speak okay of the PS1 port of Descent.
Sure.
But if I'm gonna play Descent, I'm playing it on PC. Fuck that.
Also seems like one of the first good console versions of Doom.
Yeah. It's got that Aubrey Hodges soundtrack.
Colored lighting.
Colored lighting. Multiplayer with System Link.
The Super Nintendo version of Doom was I gotta make sure I'm not was not saying something stupid. There was a modem that for the Super Nintendo,
Yeah.
and you could play Doom on it.
Yeah. No, I'm not. Yeah. There was some weird stuff. Yatsu in the chat saying this does not seem great. Yeah, there's a reason why.
Vincent.
Who is this? Vincent? Who's that?
Is this still the worst Resident Evil thing you've ever
Wait.
played?
Am I Vincent?
Wait, am I Vincent?
You are a murderer. A murderer.
A murderer? What are you talking about? Answer me. Who did I kill?
Who is Vincent? I mean, Resident Evil Gaiden's real bad.
But I feel like there was a playability to Gaiden.
Yeah.
There was a coherence.
I mean, this game is technically playable.
I won't allow you to escape. You're going to pay for what you've done. What? Helicopter? No.
What?
The cleaners have already arrived? They must want this mess taken care of very quickly.
So, fun thing about this game is there are no save points.
Oh.
You're supposed to finish this game in one sitting.
Kind of like D.
Yeah. When are you gonna play D?
I'm gonna play it tomorrow because I'm gonna be super busy for the rest of the
Because
week.
yeah, I don't have I didn't have in-person class this week, so that's why I'm just hanging out at my parents' house.
Oh. That's homework.
I do have homework. I did some today, like an adult.
Do your homework. Why didn't you do your homework? Did you do your chores?
I did do some homework. Thank you for asking.
Were you a responsible boy?
I
I'll give
tried
you
to
a
take
gold
the dog
star.
out on a walk.
I'll give you a gold star if you were responsible.
I'm gonna say this is probably worse than Dead Aim.
Really?
Oh yeah, Dead Aim at least has like some weird shit in it. And that character was like, oh, what? That's crazy, man.
Yeah, and also, like, with Gaiden, like, it's a handheld game during a time when making a handheld game was an almost impossible task.
Yeah.
I have a real hard time giving handheld developers working on the Game Boy Color. Why does everything warp?
That's
The way
texture
PS1s
warping,
are
baby.
textures.
Man.
I mean, I believe it has something to do with like floating point math.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there was it wasn't on the PlayStation. I think it was like the Saturn version of Doom. The original port had a bunch of warping textures, and John Carmack was like, "No, I hate warping textures," and made them redo it. And the end result was awful because the console just couldn't handle making all those textures correctly.
And yes, in a rare admission from John Carmack, he was like, you know, in retrospect, the line is dead.
It sure feels like the game only has like 2 character models for enemies.
Yeah, no, this one. Once again, no one who works at Capcom was willing to take credit for this. And Shinji Mikami's like, yeah, I had nothing to fucking do with this. I know CVX Freak did some digging. And like, it's one of those things where like the studio responsible for this might have been one of those like shadow support studios. But you know.
Is there a reload button, or do you
Nope.
just have to go?
I have to go into the inventory. Okay, in case you're wondering, L1 is the 180-degree turn.
It looks so bad. That looks better than I thought it would. As in, it's smoother, which probably has something to do with the emulator you're probably using.
What are you talking about? This is real hardware. Yeah. I just have this.
I will be back in a few minutes.
Alright. I could be watching Relkin play Fire Emblem right now and cackling. So he's playing Binding Blade, as you know.
Yeah.
And it's been fun because he's going in like very much blind.
Oh, that's the mistake.
And I'm like, yeah, let me tell you about how hit rates are way worse in this game because weapons have lower accuracy and characters have lower stats and thrones give ridiculous dodge and defense bonuses to bosses. So it's an obnoxious pain in the ass, especially early on.
Yep. The game also has like exponential growth. If you can get past a certain part of that game, you're fine.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Boy,
no.
getting over that hump is a pain in the
on
ass.
normal. Yeah, you can definitely. There are a handful of units who will carry you in that game.
Mm-hmm.
On hard, you got to do a little more. I have not done a full playthrough on hard.
When we get there, we'll get there. But
Yeah.
playing Fire Emblem on hard all the way through is probably something I'd do if we ever picked one.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Handgun B.
Ah, yes. Examine. I don't... What's the difference? Let's find out. Handgun B. It makes the exact same thing. I think I can shoot it a little faster.
It's got a different gun grip. This seems poor.
Yeah. So imagine playing this with like this weird bootstrappy light gun controller that has buttons on it.
Sounds like a bad time.
Alas, we will never know because I don't have a CRT. And I'm not going to import a Joy-Con or a Gun-Con. The Gun-Con 2 did launch in the States, so I could have played Dead Aim with that if I had a CRT. Okay, yeah. Yeah, this... Yeah, Resident Evil. It's a series that has had some ups and downs. How are you feeling about 4 now that they've shown a little bit more of that game?
It looks fine.
It looks like they are remaking 4 in the style that he remade 2 and 3.
Yeah, I mean, the thing that I am interested to see is something they will not show ever. Is when did they deviate from the book? When did they deviate from the original? Which they're not going to show that shit
Nope.
until the game comes out.
Yep.
And
you're like, wow, it's totally different. Yeah, I'll play that.
will you?
Yes.
Because you're sick in the head.
Me, the imbecile currently playing Resident Evil Survivor.
Okay, how many copies of Resident Evil 4 do you have? Because I think I've
how many times have I bought Resident Evil 4?
Yes.
GameCube, Wii, PC, PS4. 4.
3.
So, yeah.
I don't hate the game. I just don't think it's better than this. I would even say that it's maybe one of the greatest games for the GameCube. That shut him up real quick.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a rebuttal, but it's like, actually, no, it probably is one of the best games for the GameCube.
I mean, what? Wind Waker's above it?
Yeah. I like Path of Radiance. Relkin and I have been talking about playing that on Maniac mode for our streaming shenanigans, with the idea of very much like no reloads. And, you know, that's going to last like 3 chapters because I'm going to let Ike die somehow. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. It's that guy from the video game Resident Evil.
But yeah, what I don't like Metroid Prime. I've said my
Oh, that's
piece.
right. Yeah, you.
But I think Resident Evil 4 is better than Metroid Prime. Maybe you put Smash Bros. Melee above Resident Evil 4.
Ow.
Pikmin 2. They're not.
Where are my Bat and Kaitos heads at?
I would give Resident Evil above both Pikmin games. Shit, dog. I think I would even put Resident Evil 4 above Twilight Princess.
Okay, that's not a controversial statement. I would put a lot of games above Twilight Princess. Unfortunately, I think I have not, you know, played it since, let's say, 2007. But oh, fuck. Nope. I think Thousand Year Door's up there. I know your favorite game. Mario Sunshine's bad.
Tales of Symphonia.
Yeah, sure. That's a game. Heck of a game.
SSX3 or Tricky.
I think SSX3 never came out on the GameCube. I think only Tricky did.
Okay, then Tricky.
It's free to...
Animal Crossing?
Sure.
say Path of Radiance, maybe I say Battalion Wars, bitch.
You've never played Battalion Wars.
I have totally played Battalion Wars.
No one played Battalion Words.
A picture. No, this is me. I am Vincent.
Oh no!
It was all my fault. Who are you?
Wait. Please don't kill me. I
Rogue
didn't know
Squadron,
anything
or
about
I'm
it
not
then.
Rogue Squadron 2.
Yeah,
Stop.
not Rogue Squadron 3.
No, we don't talk about that.
Rogue
game.
Squadron 3, the game that says,
Rogue
hey,
Squadron
these flying...
2 and foot missions just ruined Rogue Squadron 3.
You can also
Rogue
play all
Squadron
of
3
Rogue
was-
Squadron 2 in Rogue Squadron 3, but only cooperatively.
Rogue Squadron 2 was a looker. Like, it was an absolute,
yeah.
undoubtedly the graphical showcase for the GameCube at launch.
The game is giving me shotgun shells, but I never got a shotgun. Yeah. Can you look up the speedrun time for this game? I'm curious.
Sure. Yeah, Jatsu played Battalion Wars. You're just being a poo-poo pee-pee man.
I never played Battalion Wars. The failed Advance Wars spin-off that they made 2 of.
2 hours. Wait, no, that's not right. Sorry, that was how long to beat. I need speedrun.org. Okay. Resident Evil Survivor. Emulator Legacy. 37 minutes. Console.
okay.
37 minutes. Duck Station. 36 minutes. Those are the any percent. For S rank, it is 45 minutes.
Okay.
Handgun only, so you can only use handgun A for the entire playthrough.
Gross.
37 minutes.
Yeah, because you just run past everything.
And it seems like if you play on easy, it only deducts 1 to 2 minutes. And New Game Plus is actually past faster times.
Imagine being a big Resident Evil fan in the 90s and 2000s and being like, well, you know, I don't have a Dreamcast, so I can't play Code Veronica,
Which is bad.
which is still the worst old style Resident Evil game. Even 0 is better.
They're probably gonna do a Code Veronica remake, and it depresses me.
Nah, here's my stance is that Code Veronica remake could actually be good because they could just make a different game.
You can only go up.
You can only go up from, hey, how do you feel about going back and forth from the prison to the mansion over and over and over again?
It's such a bad game.
Because
Also, it's got all that weird incest shit with those 2 twins, which they clearly need to redo.
oh yeah, you're telling me the weird cross-dressing European aristocrat villain might be a problem
Yeah, maybe.
with like the weird incestuous undertones? Yeah. Well, the good thing about playing this now is I don't have to play it later. I don't even need to aim, really, with this.
Yeah, it seems like there's no headshots.
It doesn't seem like headshots do anything, at least with a handgun.
So you just need to hit.
But also,
Any part
when
of
you
the body.
shoot the enemy, it the crosshair immediately falls on their torso again. So, all right. Did anyone else play Battalion Wars? Because now this is going to end with me playing Battalion Wars on stream, just to be like, see.
It's not a good game. I never argued it was a good game. It's just an interesting one.
I mean, hey, you know, that Advance Wars remake is never going to come out now. Or
Yeah, which
Nintendo will just put it out in, like, 2 years quietly. Because you know they're going to do that.
Yeah. They'll also give it a timed release. So no, yeah, I mean, the thing that I think of in, like, that era of... We did that Zelda 2 podcast where Miyamoto said, I never made a bad game. It's like, bitch, you made Kirby Air Ride.
That was
That game
Sakurai.
No, actually, so apparently, yes, it was Sakurai, but Shigeru Miyamoto was very insistent to Sakurai. I want you to make a video game where the person can play with just one button.
Oh.
Like, Sakurai was like, that sounds awful. Like, Miyamoto's like, no, make a video game where you can only play it with using one button. So Sakurai's team was saddled.
And
with
that's
the
why
idea
that's why Kirby Air Ride has that very good, in quotation marks, control scheme.
Yes, so that's the reason why the control scheme for Kirby Air Ride is the way that it is. Because Miyamoto was like, no, you have to make it to where you can control the game with just one button.
You mean the same Shigeru Miyamoto who said, nah, what if you made a Star Fox game where you have to constantly look down at the at the gamepad in order to aim, but you still have to look at the TV to maneuver. I got him. Just think about that. Just think about... I should play Star Fox Zero on stream.
Yeah.
Guess what? That game has not gone up in price.
Really?
Not really, no. Alright, this seems like a shotgun. Alright, I did it. I killed the vicious moth. This really does feel like something that was slapped together as cheaply as possible. Yeah, imagine getting this game for paying $50 for this game. Also knowing that it doesn't... Also not knowing that it's supposed to be a light gun game.
Yeah. It's a weird thing. It's a weird thing.
Yep. Oh, I fucking died.
Is that it? You calling it?
Does it make me start from the beginning? Yeah, no, it does not. I mean, yeah, let's call it.
Okay.
I don't need to play more of this.
No, you don't.
Alright, let's raid Relkin.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna tune out.
Alright, have a good one.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks everyone for watching. Remember, who am I Vincent?